Okay.
What's going on, everybody? This is Brian Mazique, aka Unique Mazique, and it is my pleasure to talk to WBA welterweight champion Eimantas Stanionis. How you doing today, sir?
Good. Thank you. How are you?
I am great. I am great. So obviously, we're talking. You have a fight coming up. It's April 12th against Jerron Ennis. It's a unification fight. Um, I want to know. Obviously, you're coming in with a sparkling record. You've had some really impressive knockout finishes, but as you probably are well aware, there are a lot of people coming into this fight thinking, well, Ennis has the bigger name. He's the guy who has maybe more professional fights than you. How does that make you feel coming into this fight?
Yeah, I know he's like a big star, in US, and for me, it's like I always was an underdog in America, and I was fighting. I knew if I lose one fight, I'll pack my bags and go back to my country. So I was always, going hard, like giving my all, and that's the thing, That's what motivates me, and that's what I want to do. It's a big task, but I'm ready to do this.
Yeah, I think the first time that I saw you fight was against Delorme. And I remember when I saw that fight, I'll be honest, I hadn't really ever seen you fight before, and it was one of the first times I got a chance to see. One of the things that really struck me was the toughness, especially inside the pocket. Talk a little bit about, like, is that the style you prefer to fight, or is it one where you have a little bit more space and distance between your opponent?
Yeah, it's always I like to press my opponents, but it depends. I have also skills, I have big amateur background, so I can fight both ways. But I prefer to bang, because the fans like to see that, So I like to give the excitement for the fans.
Yeah. Now I got to ask you about your opponent, obviously, Boots. In his last fight against Karen Shakazian, he won the fight. It was obviously a rematch, but there were some people who felt like maybe it wasn't the most or the best or most impressive experience, performance in that particular fight. When you watched that fight, can you talk to me about how you felt watching it?
Yeah, it was a good fight. People have like a big expectations, from the talks who he might fight this and that. So that's why I think it's always when you somebody talks when you try to reach something, they say this bad is good, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Yeah, I don't know, it was a good fight. I don't take nothing, from like one maybe not so good performance. It's nothing, it happens for a fighters, for everybody. You can wake up and feel bad. It might not your day today.
Yeah, yeah, I hear you. Now, when you watched him or when you've seen him before, like, can you talk about, like, how long has a fight with Boots been like on your radar?
5 years, because 2020 they offered me to fight him twice. I said yes, and that's it.
Yeah,
5 years.
yeah, it didn't. Do you feel like there was a situation where maybe they didn't want to fight you yet because maybe stylistically they knew the fight was going to be tough and they had to kind of wait for it to be kind of worth the risk?
I honestly I don't know if they turned down or not turned down. What happened, or my team, I got like different team before. Now I have different one, so it's like I don't know what happened at the moment. So I can't say nothing. I just know I said twice yes, and that's it.
Gotcha, gotcha. Now, in your career so far, obviously, you've it's still you're still very young in your career, 15 professional fights. But if you had to look back over the fights that you've had already, obviously this next one is clearly the biggest because it's a unification fight and that whole nine. But before this fight, what would you say is like that one there is my biggest win? That's the one that's most important to me, and why?
Yeah, when I fought for a title, the guy from Dagestan, Raja Butayev, nobody wanted to fight him at the moment. Nobody like he won a title and nobody wanted to fight him, and I said yes, So it's I supposed to fight Virgil also. I said yes, So nobody can say nothing that I'm not taking the fights. I'm the one that taking the fights in the division.
Yeah. Now, one of the things I also noticed with you is uh the left hook to the body is nasty. it's nasty. Like I've seen guys, they might take the first two, but it starts to wear on them. Is that a shot that you have always had? Is that one that you had to kind of develop, or is it just kind of like a natural instinct to bang that body?
I don't know. It's like since a kid, I like body shots, because it hurts like a lot more to the head. People say so. I don't know. Yeah, these shots hurt. So and I like to throw because I watched a lot of Mexican, boxing. That when I was a kid, So Chavez, was like my favorite. Canelo also like how he fights. So I took how
Yeah,
they fought. Mexican. It's like always going to the war, going to the body. So that's what I liked.
yeah, I definitely see that influence in when I watch you fight. That what they used to call for Gennady Golovkin, they used to call it Mexican style. I kind of see a lot of that in the way you fight. Are you looking to take boots like into deep water? Do you feel like this is a fight you can win early, or you feel like this is something that later in the fight we'll see that's how you'll kind of create your separation?
Yeah, boxing is like very tough sport, and you don't know what's going on, what can happen. Like I said, it's very unpredictable sport. So it's going to be on the night. We'll see April 12th.
Yeah, yeah. I am really looking forward to the fight. I think that it might be a fight that people are kind of sleeping on, but I think it has the potential to be an absolute war. You think that you can stop Boots?
It's every fighter I can stop, and it's like it works both ways because it's boxing, but I know I can do everything, It's like I'm training hard, I'm focused, and I don't have a fear. And I like I like competition, that's what drives me, So I want to do the people think it's not possible.
Yeah, got you, got you. All right, man. Well, like I said, I super appreciate your time. It was awesome getting a chance to talk to you. I'm looking forward to the fight. I think it's going to really, really come out of nowhere and hit people like, because I don't know if people are stylistically, this fight is really good, really good.
Maybe it's going to be guy to war, huh?
Nah, hey, if we're lucky, we get that from you guys. But like I said, I'm really looking forward to it.
Okay, okay.
All right, man. Thanks so much for your time.
Have a good day. Thank you.
You too.